France's President François Hollande has said its Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier would be deployed to the eastern Mediterranean to boost operations in Syria against the Islamic State, where French planes have been carrying out air raids in Raqqa. Hollande has already told the French parliament that he would table a bill to extend the countrywide emergency by another 3 months following France's Paris attacks. He's also said he will seek changes to the constitution to strengthen France's framework to combat the terror menace. Russian President Vladimir Putin has made a sensational claim that terror group ISIS, which carried out the Paris attacks, is being funded by people in 40 countries, including some among the G20. RT.com, online arm of the state-run Russia Today, has quoted Putin making that claim, although it does not specify any countries. Putin also spoke of the urgent need to curb alleged illegal oil trade by the ISIS. US President Barack Obama has termed as shameful the calls to screen refugees fleeing war-torn Syria based on their religion in the wake of the Paris attacks. But he's under tremendous pressure to put on hold US program to resettle 10,000 Syrian refugees in the US. At least 22 Republican-led states, GOP presidential candidates, key members of the Congress, and in one case a Democratic governor have issued calls to suspend the program. India has reiterated its commitment to stand with France in combating terrorism after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call to fight terrorism unitedly. Minister of State for Home Kiran Rijiju on Monday said India will provide all possible support to France in its fight against ISIS. He was speaking in the Embassy of France in India, where tributes were paid to those killed in terror attacks in Paris. Senior VHP leader Ashok Singhal passed away. Singhal was admitted on 14th November to Medanta Medicity, Gurgaon with complaints of acute breathlessness and has been diagnosed with right lower lobe pneumonia. He was on a ventilator from November 14th evening. President Pranab Mukherjee has expressed concern over on-farm burning of crop residues in recent years due to use of combines for harvesting and high cost of labor in removing residues. Addressing the convocation of GB Pant University of Agricultural Sciences in Pantnagar today, President called upon the future agro-scientists to develop geo-referenced residues inventory in major crop production systems across the country. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said that the Indian economy has benefited from the lower oil prices in the international oil market. Finance Minister is on a 2-day visit to the United Arab Emirates to attract investors. Government has called upon private firms to go the extra mile to increase forest cover so that an additional carbon sink of 2.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent is created by 2030. The long-term objective is to take it to 33%. The government has come out with guidelines allowing public-private partnership to encourage afforestation and revive degraded forest in the country. In Tamil Nadu, rain has stopped in Chennai and elsewhere in the state, giving some respite to people battered by heavy rains for the past few days. Over 70 people have lost their lives due to the rain so far. Army and Air Force have been deployed for rescuing stranded citizens during the lull period, as the Met Office has predicted more rain later in the week. It is, however, still raining heavily in parts of Andhra Pradesh. An army colonel was martyred and 2 Jawans injured in an encounter with militants in the dense forests of Haji Naka of Kupwara district in Jammu and Kashmir. Encounter continues till last reports came in. The forces have stepped up the security in the area. The 2-day India-Bangladesh Home Secretary level talks continue in Dhaka today. Effective border management, border killings, improving border trade infrastructure, trans-border crime including arms and narcotics movement are key areas in the focus during the talks. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, or FSSAI, has moved to the Supreme Court against Nestlé's instant noodles Maggi, challenging a Bombay High Court order that had lifted a ban on the popular snack. In its petition, regulator FSSAI said the High Court should have appointed a neutral authority to select the Maggi samples for test, but the court allowed Nestlé to pick up samples on its own. In a tragic incident in Hyderabad, 4-year-old girl died as her head got stuck in the doors of elevator at her school today. The nursery student accidentally got stuck in the elevator of her school. Australia's Michelle Johnson will retire from all international cricket at the conclusion of the second test against New Zealand later today. The 34-year-old left armour is fourth on the all-time list of test wicket takers for Australia with 311 at an average of 28.52. He was named ICC Player of the Year in 2009 and 2014. The auspicious festival of Chhath is being celebrated across North India, especially in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand. The 4-day-long festival is dedicated to the sun god.